February this year, and an antique centre is about to be raided. The gang cut open the metal roller shutters, then smashed the toughened glass to get into the centre in Wootton Warren in Warwickshire. Owner Phil Sims said the police came that morning to start their investigation. That was back in February.
Big problems, Phil.
The first 6 months of 2025 have been a bit of a nightmare.
Yeah.
We've dealt with them, we've moved on, and things are going well.
Okay.
But we had our first and ever robbery back in end of February this year.
Right.
An antique dealer in Warwickshire has criticised the police after his shop was burgled. Phil Sims' CCTV cameras captured his antique centre in Wootton Warren being burgled in February. He says he's lost more than £100,000 as a result and says he hasn't had enough help from police.
It was big.
Let's have a look inside.
Let's go in. So they visited us early hours of the morning, smashed through the roller shutter, secure every steel roller shutters that you can't see now.
Okay.
But they are there, they've just not been dropped.
Okay, right.
Subsequently, bypassed some of the security alarms, smashed through the glass doors. At that point, the alarms are going off.
Yeah.
I've not spoken to a police officer since the morning of the burglary. I was told on the morning of the burglary that the crime is actually being taken seriously as a serious crime because of the monies involved. However, my personal belief as it stands today is that there has been little evidence provided to me that there has been any sort, never mind a thorough investigation.
Yeah.
But once inside, 2.5 minutes later, £100,000 worth of damage and goods taken.
Whoa, £100,000 worth of damage?
No, combined with the goods. So there's about
I see.
£80,000 worth of gold, predominantly, followed by about £20,000 worth of damage was taken. All within 2.5 minutes. That was a big shock how quickly and efficiently they did what they did.
How did they get in? Are you allowed to reveal that?
Oh yeah, they've had some high-powered tools. They cut through heavy steel roller shutters, then bypassed some of the internal security so the alarm didn't activate where they should have done.
So they knew what they were doing?
They knew what they were doing and subsequently smashed through, and they were in and out within 2.5 minutes. Since then, we've massively upgraded the security. We've brought security experts into the business. They've advised us in simple things with hindsight. A lot of companies put a lot of effort into stopping people getting in. The police, security companies often say it's quite difficult to stop anybody getting in wherever they want to get to. Eventually, they will get in.
Yeah.
What we should be doing is looking at inside out, stopping them from being comfortable when they're inside.
Ah.
So once they're inside, we have now installed things like big smoke cloaks.
So what is a smoke cloak?
Good evening. An antiques dealer who had £80,000 of gold and jewellery stolen has criticised the police, who've told him they've put the investigation on hold, even though it was caught on CCTV. A gang broke into Phil Sims' antique centre in Warwickshire in February.
The police came that morning, but since then he says he's not seen or spoken to another officer. He's had some contact by email, and now police say they're pausing the investigation until further evidence comes to light. Mark Goff reports.
February this year, and an antique centre is about to be raided. The gang cut open the metal roller shutters, then smashed the toughened glass to get into the centre in Wootton Warren in Warwickshire. Owner Phil Sims said the police came that morning to start their investigation. That was back in February.
I've not spoken to a detective, not spoken to a police officer since the morning of the burglary. I was told on the morning of the burglary that the crime is actually being taken seriously as a serious crime because of the monies involved. However, my personal belief as it stands today is that there has been little evidence provided to me that there has been any sort, never mind a thorough investigation. The last update I was given was the case was being filed pending any other forensic evidence coming forward. And that was it. That was an email that was over 2 months ago. I responded to that email saying, what does this mean? And absolutely zero response.
Warwickshire Police said officers attended and an investigation began. A number of lines of inquiry were pursued, it says. However, the investigation has now been filed pending further evidence coming to light.
So what is a smoke cloak?
So at an earlier opportunity now, the building alarms will be activated. That smoke cloak will fill this entire several thousand square feet
Yeah.
with smoke, dense smoke. You cannot see your hand in front of your face.
Wow.
So there's no way of navigating around unless you can work with your eyes closed.
Okay, so what you're saying, you know that they're going to get in if they want to.
Yes.
But once they're in, you're going to cause them all sorts of hell.
Every opportunity to discourage them
Right.
and to stop them getting what they want. We can never say never going forward, but literally thousands of pounds of investment into new security, state-of-the-art security as well. We don't want to say too much because we don't want
No,
to tell
of
people
course.
what to bypass, what to do, because some
Yeah.
of the things are not obvious at all.
So have you got things in place here that you're not going to tell me about?
Oh, definitely. Yeah,
Really?
definitely.
Okay.
I mean, some of the
I'm
simple
obviously
things.
untrustworthy. to you.
Yeah, some of the things we will happily tell is perimeter monitored 24-hour perimeter alarms.
Right.
So before you even get into the building, somebody's watching you, somebody is already aware of your presence.
The CCTV?
CCTV
Right, okay.
and perimeter alarms privately
Wow,
monitored.
okay.
So if you progress past that, and
Yeah.
whereas in the last instance they were able to break in, before they've broken into the first section, that
Yeah.
will have activated the alarm, and at that point this building's already filling with smoke.
Okay, now there's a reason why you're telling me this,
Mm-hmm.
because I think a lot of antique centres don't want to talk about the threat of burglary, do they?
Not at all. My experience has been, after our burglary, we always know, prior to our burglary, we know there are burglaries in the antique trade. It's always happened. What I wasn't aware of until my peer group started to spread the word was just how many there have been in the rural Warwickshire locations.
Right.
That made me realise a lot of people, a lot of businesses just hide the fact they've been broken into. Maybe that's to not to lose the confidence from their customers and traders and dealers. I don't know their reasons independently.
Right.
They've never engaged and told me this. But we did the exact opposite approach. So we went to the national press, the local press. We were on the ITV Central News, a full headline story over it, because we want people to know we've put things in place to stop people trying to do this again, or try to deter people wanting to do it. We've changed our level of stock holdings in the premise, so we're not making it such a desirable opportunity for people as well.
Yeah, because it's gold and
It's
silver
gold,
they
yeah,
want,
yeah.
isn't it?
Well, not even silver predominantly, it's
Right,
gold.
yeah.
They really want.
Right. Now, are you also doing this as a warning? You're making this
Yeah.
public as a warning to other antique centres
I
to
want
be
other
on the
antique
lookout.
centres. If somebody, if the police had been more preventative 6 months ago and come to my premise and said, we'll do a quick security assessment, because there have been all these robberies.
Right.
I would have spent that money prior to the attack. However, I didn't know we were prone to such an attack.
Interesting.
So what I'm trying to say to other centres is, look at your security.
Yeah.
If you're able, invest in that security now. It may not stop an attack or another attack, but it's going to deter them. People don't want to have a difficult break-in. They want
No.
to be in and out as easy
Yeah.
as possible. So they will just move on and hopefully out of the area completely. So by talking to the other antique centres, talking to people who've got responsibility like me of 50 dealers who I have to try and protect and then look after.
Yeah.
And I should add, other than one dealer who had such a lot of stock taken and they're returning back to us, we've now retained 4 months later all of the dealers, and we haven't lost anybody.
Well, you're giving them great security now, aren't you?
The words to
Yeah.
me were, you have done more than any centre they've ever heard as a robbery has taken place, has put into place. So I'm not saying we're invincible, but we've done everything that is feasible
Yeah.
to keep us and our dealers secure.
And do you mind if other antique centres, wherever they are in the country, or dealers, or even abroad, I mean,
Come and talk to me, honestly.
You're happy to
I'm
help?
more than happy to do that.